are. The next episode, like he said, me and old Dan, we hunt on his family's land down in Mabe. They own, I don't know how many acres. Danny, I introduced Danny, we worked together. I introduced him to turkey hunting maybe 2 or 3 years ago. He's got into it real big, he loves it. I've called in, I think, 4 gobblers for him now. But this year, me and Dan, we started and we always go to one spot on his farm. It's just a big open field and there's thickets and hardwoods all surrounding it. And we hit an owl call and we don't hear none really, really close. And there's some other property that kind of joins on one side. And there was a few birds gobbling over there and me and Danny didn't really want to push the issue and head over there just because there's another guy who hunts over there and Danny knows him real well. But in the meantime, there's 2 birds, what we thought was 2 birds, light up across the road, and they start just ripping every breath. I mean, me and old Dan standing up there, and we don't really want to give up on the spot we're in because we know how good it is, but at the same time, when the turkey's gobbling, we go after
Man can only listen to one gobble.
Oh, absolutely.
You gotta go.
So this is what's going on. Me and Danny's chasing. Sounds like 2 birds are up on top of this ridge. Me and Danny started on this ridge over here, we dropped down. We're getting ready to come up on top and hit a call. We got a little bit of a climb ahead of us, but we're gonna see what happens.
So here me and Dan hauling off this big mountain, go down, get on 4-wheeler, go across the road, get set up where we think these birds are, and we ease up into this hill. And what it was one big ridge and it come down into a big gap and it come up on another ridge. And those turkeys were on the other side of this ridge. And me and Danny was sitting on top. And every time I would call, them turkeys would answer every time. I mean, every time these turkeys were just hammering. And they ended up being 3 of them. And we knew that it was going to be tough because we knew they was going to have to come across and come down. And I've never had a whole lot of luck trying to call a turkey downhill to me. Most of the time they'll stay up high and just try to wait for you to come up to them. So I told Dan, I said, we'll play aggressive. Nobody else hunts in here. I said, we'll just play aggressive, go after them, try to make something happen here. Me and Dan's going down through this. We go all the way down, get in that gap. By the time we get in that gap, I told Danny, I said, we may need to try to see what's going on because we hadn't called in probably 15 minutes. We were working our way down this ridge. And me and Dan standing there, and I hit a crow call, and they hammer not even 100 yards from us. And I told Dan, I said, we're going to do something fast because they're on us. I mean, I knew they were coming more likely to us. That's what they were doing. Mm-hmm. So me and old Dan, here we are scrambling around like a chicken with our head cut off, trying to find a tree big enough and knowing there's turkeys right across the ridge from us. Sure enough, we get set down and we ain't on the ground maybe 30 seconds at most. And I could tell I call and they hammer just right out of sight.
He's coming right off to us, Danny. What? If you can kill him, wait, here comes one. Okay. Here he comes. Shoot him if you can. Wait. Wait just a second. Shoot him, Danny. You better shoot if you can. You better shoot, Danny.
In the meantime, I'm worried to death about our setup because we could not get on a big tree. I mean, I just got in a damn log, kind of,
Yeah.
just limbs all around.
Makeshift, you got to make it work.
Dan just over here to our left, just trying to get anything. I was scared to death, knowing that more than likely that they were going to pick us off, but I knew we couldn't do anything at this point. Had decoys out, hoping that was kind of distract them a little bit. So I make another little soft call and they gobble again. And by this time I told Danny, I said, get ready. I said, they're getting ready to be here. And sure enough, I look up the ridge and here they come. There's 3 of them coming down the ridge to us. They get about 40 yards maybe. We had our decoys probably about 20. They get about 30. They keep coming. They get in about 30, 35. And I hear them start putting. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. We're out of here. And old Dan can shoot pretty good. And I told him, I said, shoot if you can. He's sitting right up beside me. I said, just shoot if you can. And I didn't know if he could hear me, and I didn't know if he had a clear shot from the angle he had. But he shoots, and I have no idea because I couldn't. There's so many turkeys, I didn't know which one he was shooting. There's 3 gobblers standing there, and they're all putting them heads up, moving fast, and I'm like, which one are you shooting at? And before I know, I hear a gun go off beside of me, and here I am scrambling with the camera trying to get on. And here goes Dan just bolting out in front of me. I don't know if he's killed, missed, I don't know what's going on. And before long, here I am, jumped up with the camera and looked. And when I looked, Dan's standing out there, holding me by his head. Yeah. And me and Dan, we celebrated there. And but what we felt like made the difference in this hunt was we located them birds, and we kind of let the terrain kind of help us. We knew that more than likely that if we could get into this gap, and before we crossed over, and I guess just experience, I knew to hit that crow call, not to cross that ridge without them knowing where they're at. So, but old Dan, he's a diehard now. He's loved it. He's hunted with us for what, 2 or 3 years now. He's killed the gobblers with us every year, I think.
Yeah. He's even killed a few by himself.
Yeah, I've got him into it. Yeah,
he reaped a big one.
Yeah, he reaped one this year. Called in like 5 yards. We always have good luck. Me and him, when we hunt together, that we're the only people that turkey hunts on his land, so me and him are always very aggressive with how we call and our approaches to trying to get in on them. But it was a good hunt. Me and old Dan, we always have a blast when we go together. We're always watering bucks and always stirring the pot, if you could say that, I guess. I mean,
ain't nobody puts on a big grin like Dan.
Oh no, he loves it. Oh no,
he tickles him to
he's
death.
famous for one-liners, and he's got plenty of them, and he's always got one to say after a hunt, always. It never fails. But
and given the situation, y'all did pretty good. I mean, you got film of these turkeys coming across the ridge. As you explained, they were around the bend. Y'all got set up in the gap. You can tell that it's a big gap. These turkeys come around the ridge and break off down toward the hill. They were coming to you all. And like you said, when there's 3 birds and you've got a guy on the gun and you're at a different spot, it's hard to communicate.
And no setup to boot.
No setup.
Just had to set up.
There was no distinct shooter. They were all 3 big longbeards. So I mean, I didn't know which one he was shooting, and I knew with our setup that we were sitting in the wide open pretty much, that it was going to be quick if it was going to happen, and it happened. Thank the good Lord. Old Dan put a good shot on him, rode him about 30 yards, and I mean, that was the end of it. I mean, it was an awesome hunt. I think that was the 2nd or 3rd week of season, but we got more coming. We've got, I think, Ebb's got one, and then to cap it off the season, we've got one that really topped it off.
That will go down in the book.
He made us work harder than any bird I can say that I've ever had to work to get. But
we all 3 played a huge role in killing this bird. So
yeah,
we'll have it coming to you here just in a little bit.
Old Dan has learned that put when they start that putting,
you
better
Yeah.
If you got a chance, you better fire. That's all I got.
And I knew as soon as I heard that, I told Dan, I said, just go ahead and pull down.
That's right.
Because they're out of here.
When they start that, you've got, your time is limited at that point. So
absolutely.
Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed. We'll bring another one to you next week.